And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto. Today we have a beautiful episode for you. It's February 7th, 2024, and I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10ish. And we have some great news stories for you today. Not a lot of news, with the ETF coming and a lot of people basically leaving the market as usual, but we got some great news stories for you today, including the top story: AI generated fake IDs claim to pass crypto exchange KYC are selling for $15. Crypto exchange Bitsonic CEO jailed in South Korea theft, and U.S. Virginia bill working group for a crypto blockchain study. But first, let's take a look at these prices for today. Not a lot of movement in the market. We're still seeing that sideways movement. However, some of the prices that we're seeing, basically, you're seeing nothing happen. We've been in a neutral for a while now. Bitcoin's at $42,970, up 0.1% today. Ethereum at $2,363, up 1.2% today. Binance Coin at $303 is up 0.3% today. Solana at $95 is up 1.1% today. XRP at 50 cents is up 0.2% today. Cardano sitting at 48 cents is down 2.6% today. Avalanche sitting at 34.36 is up 1.2%. And rounding out the top 10 is Dogecoin at 7 cents, up 0.7% on the day. So again, not a lot of movement. Most of the projects that we've seen this year, a lot of sideways movement. It's hilarious simply because everybody has pretty much, in my opinion, just being on Twitter, has either left the market or is building some awesome stuff. So there's not really any in between. Nothing super exciting. I mean, we have seen the fake Satoshi, Craig Wright. He's been in court, but nobody feels like talking about him anymore. But so I think I might have jumped on the wrong wrong setup. Let's see who we got. It's all good. We'll just promote Simon Family and we'll just do it on there. So it's Zayday. We'll do it on Simon Family. We'll get it fixed. This is my first time doing Restream solo because King usually runs it, but at the same time, we'll just do it off of here. Just keep watching. So first, let's get into our first story of the day. AI generated, and this is hilarious. AI generated fake IDs. They pass the crypto exchange on the KYC. Again, we've always talked about how KYC is pretty useless as far as a way to detour any type of criminal activity. But it's even more useless now because AI has created a way. I've seen it actually on Telegram. I've seen people actually promoting these. It's hilarious because on Telegram you can find anything. If you're on the dark web or anything, you can find this. But now they have the $15 AI generated fake IDs are reportedly being used to fool crypto exchange identity checks, potentially giving crypto hackers and scammers a new edge. And this is not new, people. This has been going on. Not even the AI version, but just the fake IDs. I think I saw it the most. It's like there were so many fake profiles of Binance when they did a huge cleanup after 2017. I mean, it was just a stream of fake KYC and fake accounts. But a new service claiming to use AI neural networks and generators to create fake driver's license and passports has reportedly succeeded in passing your KYC checks on multiple crypto exchanges, and the cost is only $15 a pop. The site OnlyFake, everybody's using that OnlyFans repeat, generates realistic fake driver's licenses and passports from 26 countries, including the United States, Canada, Britain, Australia, and multiple European Union countries, and takes payment in multiple cryptocurrencies through Coinbase's commercial payment service. 404 Media reported that it successfully bypassed the KYC verification of crypto exchange OKX, which I have seen that there as well, using a photo of a British passport the outlet generated with the site, where the ID appeared to be laid on a bed sheet as if a picture was being taken. So here's the ID here if you want to look at it. Looks, I mean, if you're using standard software, it looks real. It has the information there. And because people can make fake IDs in real life, there's no way AI is not going to be able to do the same thing. It's just out there now. So Telegram channel seen by Cointelegraph, probably the same Telegram channel I saw, also shows the site's users sharing their apparent success and using the IDs to bypass verification at various crypto exchanges, including Kraken, Bybit, BitGet, Huobi, and PayPal. So again, we've talked about KYC from the standpoint of having to do it in the name of basically you're guilty until proven innocent. This is just, I mean, this is the nail in the coffin at this point. If you can generate AI passports for $15, excuse me, who knows how much more fake IDs are out there, fake accounts. They're using it for crypto. They're never going to find some of these people. And of course, it's a global network. So again, you have people from all over the world using VPNs, using different servers, and then now you have the fake IDs for KYC. Nothing is real anymore, people. It's all fake. Everything's fake. Everybody's body is fake. Everybody's social media is fake. AI pictures are coming out of Taylor Swift, and they're fake, but people are getting sued over that. I mean, everything is just fake nowadays. The service could be a boon for crypto scammers and hackers who could use fake documents to open exchanges and bank accounts, protecting their real identity, making it more difficult to track. Pseudo anonymous owner John Wick claimed to 404 Media that the IDs could bypass the KYC. And an OKX spokesperson denies any allegations or implications that it condones or accepts or disregards fraudulent conduct, and is working with its teams and external partner to investigate the report. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that OKX is doing this on purpose. Of course, I don't think Kraken, definitely not PayPal or any other ones. I don't think they're doing this on purpose. What I will say is, overall, you have to realize that if they're using these software services in order to try and check people's ID and they don't work, these software services have to change. It's not the exchanges. And of course, with regulations, they have to have some sort of KYC program. So if the software is bad, if the software is not picking up on it, it's pretty much over, people. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not even a it's not even a question at this point. If AI can fake the IDs, of course, too, putting this story out is a signal to a bunch of people that, hey, I can get fake IDs for $15. It's not like they're going to catch the telegram and then shut it down. It's like a game of whack-a-mole. It's probably 10 telegrams that have that now, and they're probably charging less. They're like, well, I'll do it for $5. I'll do it for $10, because an AI picture takes literally 10 seconds of typing the information and generate it, and it's fake. So you can put fake name, fake numbers, all that. And if you got a bot or if you got a script that can do it automatically, I mean, the sky's the limit. We're talking about pumping out IDs. Imagine sitting there and you can do like basically 100 IDs an hour. And then you sit there and you do, $1,000 an hour worth of IDs. I mean, you could sit there for a few hours a day and make bank. So I keep trying to show like family members and friends how deep AI goes, because the fact that they're just now seeing it means that it's very, very developed, and it's only going to get worse at this point. And I think this is just something that crypto is going to have to deal with. And I think overall, this is not technically a quote unquote bad thing, except for the innocent people who are actually trying to be in the crypto market, because now it's going to reflect bad on the good actors. Because if the bad actors come in and if they're overpowering the good actors, it's going to look bad on all of us. Overall, though, I don't think KYC should be required anyway. I just think that if you're using crypto, it should be outside of the purview of the traditional finance market, because it's not traditional finance. Nobody actually wants KYC, and it's very KYC and anti-money laundering laws. They rarely do anything to stop it per se until it gets too much. Like if somebody's making billions of dollars or like $100 million, usually they catch it. But a lot of the small fish making 10,000 here, 40,000 there, 30, they don't get caught for a long time or caught at all, because KYC honestly is a joke. The KYC AML is a joke. And if you want actual free markets, laissez-faire economy, it's sort of Austrian economics, KYC shouldn't even be a thing. And in the old CryptoPunks manifesto, privacy is sort of the main root of that. And if we're using pseudo-anonymous or anonymous cryptocurrencies, why do we need this? And this is just, again, this is somebody either watching this, or there's some kid out there that's super smart, is going to take this, streamline it, and it's really going to be no way to stop it unless the software companies become better and train their AI to catch their AI. And we said this before on the show. We said that the AI wars are going to get deep, because it's going to be like, my AI can catch your AI lying, or your AI is going to be able to sense when this AI isn't real. it's whatever. People are gonna get so tired of it at a certain point. I think we're just gonna go back to cash. I want to meet you in person. I want to shake your hand to see you, because AI is just too crazy at this point. So taking a look at some of the people in the comments. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the comments. I think I did get on the wrong one, but hey, make sure you subscribe to Simon Family Investments. Make sure you watch them when they're on. We're all on the same channel. Again, first time doing it solo, so on this platform. So make sure you check them out. But yes, good morning, family. Good morning. Memories of Mike says, I'm so deep in the AI. It's really crazy. Exactly. I mean, I've been lost in the wormhole pretty much now for about I would say the last 9 months. I've been going out every night. I take at least 2 hours. I use Grok. I use Mind Journey or Mid Journey. Sorry. I use Chat GPT. I use Bing's AI. Just testing it out, trying new stuff. And then when you watch videos about AI, you learn about it from certain people, certain tricks that you have, certain prompts. It's ridiculous, people. I mean, you could write an email, a resume, a paper, all within about I'd say 10 minutes. Like that's ridiculous. And for somebody that has the software to track it, there's going to be somebody that has a software that shields it, and then they're going to have to rebuild the AI war is going to get out of control, man. It's going to be out of control. So let's see how many developers. Says Allen Iverson needs to be cleaning up on everyone using his name. You know what? That's the funny thing. When people first started talking about AI, somebody had a tweet. They were saying the only AI we acknowledge is Iverson. And yeah, well, that day is over. You're going to have to acknowledge this AI because you're going to be using it. And I know a lot of companies, they're trying to train their employees on using it or having their company use it in some capacity. The main way I've seen it used is customer service, simply because that is a very good use case overall. I mean, if you have AI customer service, you don't have to hire a bunch of people and they can answer the questions, automatically. If you use any big service, you see they have AI already. PayPal and some of these other big customer service things, they already use it. So it's not a big deal at this point for people to use it for customer service. All right, so let's see. We got some more comments here. Lord Smith said we're doing it at work now. Yep, I definitely believe that. I've talked to a few CEOs where they say, "Well, the main thing is getting AI. If we can use AI to our benefit, a lot of you niggas are about to get fired." And unfortunately, I think I saw the estimates: 30% of the workforce is going to be gone in the next 5 years because AI can do certain jobs. AI and robots, they're going to be able to do certain jobs. And in a perfect world, it should basically mean that we have more production at a lower cost, which means that all of our lives should get better with less work. Too bad it's people in control. They don't want to see that. It's not going to be that way. What they're going to do is they're going to try and bribe you with free money, with free stuff. They're going to say, hey, just rely on the government. We'll just use our AI to do this. We'll use robots to do that. They're going to hide any inefficiencies if somebody dies using it or if somebody does something, screws up and steals money or whatever. They're going to hide it so it doesn't seem like it's imperfect. And they're going to bribe you with money and make it seem like, hey, just take this UBI. We'll give you universal basic income. You don't have to work. That's not how the world works, people. But just be ready for that. S1 Dubs, it says KYC is an underlying principle of the TradFi system. There is no value for KYC in crypto other than to handshake with TradFi and regulatory bodies. Exactly. That is a relic of the past. And of course, if they're trying to quote unquote catch criminals, well, then do your fucking job. Why do you need everybody's information? If you can already track on the blockchain how movements are happening. But if you are trying to track somebody doing something nefarious with their money, first things first, if you want to do that, let's start with the traditional finance. You still haven't done that. And the fact that they don't know where all this money in Swiss bank accounts and shell companies overseas, and gold underground and silver underground and different deals with oil and land. They don't know where half the money is anyway. They say it's $800 trillion in the world. I doubt it. I'm sure it's in the quadrillions, and some of the richer people, you're never going to find it. So it is what it is. Let's go to our next story here. Crypto exchange Bitsonic executives jailed for $7.5 million theft. And I am truly a believer that the thefts that we've seen in the past, some of the big scammers that we've seen before, this is going to look like peanuts. I mean, even 10 million, 20 million is going to look like peanuts compared to some of the scammers that's going to come using AI. They're probably going to have in the billions at a certain point. But a sole court sentence compared to a combined 8 years in jail and said a significant amount of Bitsonic user funds are still missing. The CEO of crypto exchange Bitsonic has reportedly been sentenced to 7 years in prison, while the firm's tech chief was sentenced to 1 year in jail for stealing 10 billion South Korean won, which is $7.5 million worth of customer deposits. They sentenced Jinwook Shin to 7 years in prison. He was arrested back last year, August 7th, charged with fraud, forging, and falsifying records, and obstructing a business via computer. I didn't even know that was a charge. But Bitsonic's vice president of technology, reportedly known as Mr. A, this sounds like some Mr. Robot shit, was sentenced to 1 year in jail on a charge of obstructing a business via computer. The court said the trust in exchanges has been greatly damaged. Mr. A and pair were avoiding responsibility and showing no remorse. And that's starting to become a thing too, is that a lot of the crypto exchange people, like even the documentary Bitcoin, they didn't show any remorse. They're like, oh, who cares, man? I'm either going to get out, in a couple years with a few million, or I'm going to get off scot-free. And, that's one of those, I forget what you call them, but one of those scenarios where basically you have the train coming. It's like, would you kill 2 people to save everybody, or would you try and stop the train? That type of thing. It's basically like, hey, would you go to jail for 2 years if you would come out with $5 million? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think they only, $7.5 million from an exchange. I doubt it's only $7.5 million. Look, here you go, goes right here. Prosecutors allege they stole 1.1 trillion won, $830 million worth of crypto from 16,000 users. Where is the rest of that crypto? Imagine if you would you do 2 years of jail for $100 million? That's basically what some of these people are betting on, is like, all right, so I may go to jail for 2 years, maybe a year and a half. That's one summer. Some people think of it that way. As sick as it sounds, some people really think of it that way. Like, hey man, I can go to jail a couple years, get out with $100 million. I'm only, 35 years old, 40 years old. I got the rest of my life, and they ain't never gonna find this shit. So, let's see. Lord Smith, my friend, went to feds and he met hella scammers who got caught and put the money up. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Humney, also speaking of AI, I thought the Simpsons show had an AI as an executive producer, but the guy's name was actually AI. He still looks reptilian. Yeah, the Simpsons, they got some extra shit going on. I don't know how they predict all this stuff. It's crazy. Let's see, Satoshi Slim. I'm sorry, talking to Humney. It's going to be the quickest bubble we've ever seen when it comes to AI. When it starts losing more money than what they thought, they would rehire people back. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the AI, wave right now, everything is faster nowadays. Everything is, really quick. It happens, at a light speed. And as much as people love AI, people are going to figure out how to create their own learning language models, their own LLMs, decentralized AI. They're going to have their own version of Siri. They're going to have their own, and they're going to tweak it to their own little standards. And whoever creates a platform for people to create their own AI is going to be the next billionaire, trillionaire, whatever. And at that point, they've already opened Pandora's box, and I think it's pretty much over at this point. So, last story of the day. This is a quick news story today. Like I said, if you're reading news like I have every single day for the last basically 10 years, this is probably the last 6 months has probably been the slowest news days ever, outside of the ETF. That's it. It's just been ETF this, ETF that, ETF blah blah blah. But let's look at this U.S. Virginia bill. Seeks working group to study crypto and blockchain. The current draft of Senate Bill number 339 is a substitute amendment to the bill's initial version, which was introduced in January. U.S. lawmakers in the have proposed convening a group to research blockchain technology, digital asset mining, and cryptocurrency. This was proposed by the Senate Committee on Commerce and Labor and will authorize the Bureau of the Financial Institutions of the State Corporation Commission to create a work group. You shit about government. This shit is like, God, the Bureau of the Financial Institutions of the State Corporation Commission to create a work. Come on, man. That's a mouthful. For the purpose of studying and making recommendations on all things crypto. According to the bill, the group shall consist of 13 individuals, 5 senators, 5 delegates from the House of Delegates, 2 experts on blockchain appointed by the Bureau, and 1 member of the local government. So basically 13 people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Maybe 2, but because they call them blockchain experts, I don't really blockchain experts is like, what is that? You can be a blockchain expert, but which blockchain? The group will meet throughout 2024 and conclude its work by November 1st. presenting a summary report to the governor and the Virginia General Assembly no later than the first day of 2025. And see, this is what we mean by government being very, very inefficient. Excuse me. Me and King could knock this out in 2 weekends with a 24 pack of beers and and 2 laptops. We can come up with all of the stuff they need to know about all of the amendments, all of the bills you need to pass in order to have regulations for mining and transactions and digital assets. We can knock this shit out in 2 weeks. Just send us 100K each, and it'll be over. But they're gonna take until November to do this shit. Hell, half of the people watching, half of our listeners at this point are smart and intelligent enough and have enough experience that they could do this. But you got to bring in these regulators who got to some way. They try to fit a round peg into a square hole, and of course, it's probably going to be some bullshit that nobody really wants, and they're going to figure out a way to make money from it. But one thing I will say is at least they are trying at some point, because they won't have a choice. This is something that has to happen because bureaucracy is so slow. It takes forever. It is what it is. But at least they are trying it, I guess. I mean, base hit maybe, but at the same time, they always studying shit. And this is the thing this is like the bill in California where people asked for reparations, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna give you reparations cash payments, but we will do a study." And I'm like, "Damn, y'all some studying motherfuckers!" Like, God damn, it's too many cooks in the kitchen. Find 1 or 2 people who know what they're doing. They could have it done 3 months tops. They could do a whole report. They could figure out all of the background of it, and then you have your report. But this is how people get paid. They just push it along, and sometimes they push it on purpose to make sure they have something to run on to get back in office. So it's all a game. Politics is like wrestling to me. It's all fake. It's all fake. Let's see. And Carino, Laura, if you're caught with 100 million in crypto and you do your time in 2 years, how do you get back your confiscated thumb drives, assuming you don't have all that in fiat? Well, that's what I mean is if they stole it and they moved it around, and let's say you put it in some open dimes, you moved it through Whirlpool, or you moved it through Tornado Cash, and you moved it you over the counter to somebody who has cash and traded it with them, or sent it somewhere. There's different ways to do it. I won't describe it all here because I don't want people to look for me. But usually there's millions that are not accounted for. They can account for some of it, but they're never going to tell you like, hey, we found 100 million, but we didn't find 300 million. We don't know where it's at, because that would look bad on them. So a lot of times there's money out there they didn't account for and they can't find it, but they'll tell you, hey, this is the headline. We found them. They stole this much. And then the people that go to jail are like, I don't care. When I get out, the money's still sitting there. It's like on some Pablo Escobar shit. They still finding money buried in Colombia from Pablo Escobar from the 80s. You can't find all of it. It just is what it is. His family probably they have money probably stashed in every house, every basement, and in the favelas back then. You can't find all of it, people. It just is what it is. The feds know that. They just want the headline. We got you in jail. We got some, just to feel like they're doing their job. And if you ever watch Billions, Paul Giamatti says just that. He's like, I need to get reelected, so somebody has to fall for this, or somebody has to pay a fine. That's it. Like if you watch mob movies, like I do all the time, they'll always tell the criminals that are working with the police will tell them, hey, somebody got to go down for this. Give me your underling or somebody that's under you. Give me him and his little crew, and you'll be fine. And we'll put dope and guns on the table, make a big spectacle of it. People think we're doing our job. We know we can't stop you completely, but you got to throw us a bone so we can stay in office and so that we can keep you protected. That's the game, people. We're all adults here. Let's see. Laura Smith, most scammers give back some of the money and hide the rest when they cut their deals. Exactly. How many said they're about to hire 13 of my grandma's generation and 2 of their grandkids with shitcoin experts? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 13 idiots about to get hired, and nobody's going to know what they're talking about. They're basically going to just be repeating talking points that we've been saying since 2015, 2014 to try and get them to regulate it. And under these laws, the crypto has to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, y'all shut up. I've been invited to DC so many times. I told them no every single time. Like literally every single. It's at this point where I have to tell my homegirl, Clev Messador, I love the work she does in DC, but that's not my crowd. Like 30 minutes into the meeting, I would just end up standing up and be like, all this is bullshit. Everything y'all talking about is garbage. This is the deal right here. If we're not talking about money, if we're not talking about Bitcoin, we need to stop talking about it. If you're talking about crypto regulations, you want to make it securities, cool. We'll just fucking do it. Get it over with already. Y'all keep kicking the can down the road. I would get carried out by security. I get real I'm a very laid back, mellow person. Anybody that's met me in person knows that, except for things that I care about. I can't sit there and just allow bullshit to just come out all day. Fuck that. They're just doing a study. They go, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna think about it. Man, they playing with you, bro. Let's see, DJ Sahara, what's going on? What's going on, girl? Zero Knowledge is going to pop off this year, and next day Snarknet is cooking up. I believe that too. I've been seeing that a lot too. A lot of development around zero knowledge proofs, and of course, again, I always say this: technology is not going to slow down. I mean, if the shit has already started, it's definitely going to speed up, and then it's slow at first, and then all at once, and then when it comes, there's nothing you can do to stop it. Let's see who else we got in the comments before we get out of here today. S1 Dubs, billions of people out of work due to AI and angry would not be a good thing for the elite. Hence, UBI in 2025, Deagle population support. I told you. I told you. UBI. I actually did a Twitter Spaces with Andrew Yang, probably 2 years ago now. Andrew Yang, Dennis Porter, a few other people, and he was talking about UBI and like how it will be used. And one of the things I argued was like, nobody really wants UBI because what that means is you're unemployed. I mean, that's all UBI means is that you can't support yourself. So they're going to have to give you money, which means there's no such thing as a free lunch. If they're going to give you money, that means they're going to have more control. More government control is never good. Nobody wants, like the meme says, govern me harder, daddy. Like, no, nobody wants that shit. Like, so UBI, I said the only UBI that'll work is a universal Bitcoin income where we use our money for mining to increase renewable energy, and then you can airdrop Bitcoin to everybody who runs a node or to anybody who mines and joins that. It's a free market. So if the US says, hey, we have our own mining pool, if you join it, we give you an airdrop 10% more than other mining pools. It's a free market. They can do it. That would be good. That's universal Bitcoin income. If somebody mines, their incentive is you're helping the market. But free money, even that's not free money. You would still have to set it up. You would still have to have miners. You would still have to, your computer would have to do work. That's not free. But it is a way that if you wanted to galvanize, so to say, people to earn a passive income for the work that they do, that would be the best UBI. Universal Bitcoin income, that's what I'm running on in 2028. Zay, me and King, we running for office. I'm gonna try and get King to run. Write us in, people. Write us in. Satoshi Slim says, "You crazy as fuck on Twitter." Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I've been kind of sick. All my crazy stuff, I just tweet from my drafts when I'm sick. And my drafts are ridiculous. If anybody that follows me on Twitter, if you kind of see my tweets, you like, well, these tweets they've been sitting in my drafts for like months, or some of them been in there for years. I have thoughts, I write them down, and then I tweet it later. It is what it is, whatever. Let's see. AOZ and Warriors, y'all got Nostra pub keys? Yeah, I do. I have it. I believe it's in my link tree on Twitter. I believe my Nostra is on there. If not, just hit me up on there. Let's see. Humney says, I'm voting for you. I'm going for mayor in my city. Yeah, I'm not even. I was thinking about. Somebody asked me that. They said, would you ever run for mayor? Would you ever go for governor, state? I was like, nah, I'm going for the top position. I'm going for president. Not because I think I'll win, but it's free promotion. Like other politicians, they know they're not going to win, but you put your name in the running. People know who you are, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, former presidential candidate Isaiah Jackson is here on the show today to discuss. Like, people take you more serious. So it's funny. I turned 35 this year, so I'll be eligible for next election. So 2028, I'm just gonna do that shit just to do free promotion. No intention on winning. Literally, the only way I'm thinking about it is my whole campaign is gonna be online. I'm literally gonna be sitting here just like this. They're gonna have to come to the Gentlemen of Crypto, me and King. They're gonna have to come watch us talk from here, and we just gonna run down different questions people have and just answer it the way we want it. No intent. My slogan, if I run, is be like, do not vote for me. Don't vote for me. And reverse psychology, motherfuckers gonna go in there and somebody's gonna vote for me. Bitcoin campaign. Let's say Laura Smith, Zay, would you ever buy your own country and run it? I've seen Black people do that. Buying a country or buy an island, I think that's what you mean and whatnot. Absolutely. They got islands going for like 2 million, 5 million. It's not building stuff from scratch is something that I'm used to doing. That would be a huge project to do. But I would have to start, in my 30s. I don't want to be still building, 20, 30 years from now. But yeah, I mean, that would be fun. Move my whole family there. We farm our own stuff. that would be great. But of course, and then use our own Bitcoin, set up mining the satellites and all that. Fly in some strippers from Vegas, and yeah, have a good time. Yeah, that'd be fun. Set up a little tiki bar. I don't need much, man. I'm a simple man. All I need is uh, some good food and some books, and I'm good, man. Let's see. Be careful buying them islands. Got to know the land rotation for crops. Yeah, I got some experts in the Black Farmers Association. I've been, in farming and gardening, exploring that for the last couple of years, trying to get stuff together. So I'm sure I could fly out some experts and get it done. But yeah, that's our stories for today. Short stories, short news day today. Nothing really interesting. Make sure you follow Gentlemen of Crypto. Make sure you like and share. Make sure you like and share Simon Family Investments, every channel that we have on here, until we make it an official media company, and you'll have these shows 24/7. Salute, Satoshi Slim. Shout out to everybody. Have a great hump day. It is Wednesday, and you all have a good one. Cheers.